Hello, I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Business Spotlight. Joining me today is Kelly Holmes-Binns, who is CEO of Vecova. Thanks for joining us today, Kelly.
Well, thanks for having me, Mario. It's great to chat with you today.
Well, thank you. Let's talk about Vecova as an organization and just maybe describe for me what it does.
Sure. Butkuva is a Calgary-based organization that has been providing programming and services to people with disabilities since 1969. Over the years, we've developed a really broad array of services, including employment and vocational support, housing assistance, mental health services, health and fitness programming. And we're also involved in research. Many people don't know, but we were the first affiliated research institute with the University of Calgary. And we operate several social enterprises too. You may have heard of our bottle depot, for instance.
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there, great. We're also open to the broader community through our Aquatics Health and Fitness Center. And that's open to everyone and offers programming like swimming lessons, fitness classes, pickleball, and day camps for kids. Yeah, so being a community hub with a variety of programs allows us to really focus in on what's important to our organization, which is social impact, innovation, and inclusion.
Can you talk a little bit about the types of people that, in terms of disabilities, the range that you deal with there?
Sure. We are actually working to address all types of disabilities. So whether that is an acquired disability through an accident, or a genetic disability that a person is born with, or even a disability that results due to aging, like dementia, we offer a broad array of services. So, and we're trying to increase that and evolve that as we go, so that anyone with a disability who comes to our center will find programming that suits them and their needs. And so that's part of our growth strategy.
Okay, cool. So tell me what Vecova means, the word itself.
Well, Vecova actually means moving forward together, which is really neat. And I think calls up a really neat image in people's minds. And our organization started as a then revolutionary call for basic rights and vocational training for people of disabilities back in the 60s. And it's grown over 50 years into one of the province's premier organizations for people of all abilities. And for me personally, it means inclusion. It means making sure no one is left behind, that we are providing supports and opportunities for everyone in our community to flourish and live to their fullest capabilities, no matter what their level of ability is.
So I'm curious, the origin of the word, where is that from?
I would have to do some recalling on that. I think it has Latin and Spanish roots, but it was really developed with that thought in mind of everyone moving forward together.
Okay, so tell me why it's important to have an organization like Vecova here in Calgary and here in Alberta. Why is this needed?
Well, I don't think many people know this, but 1 in 5 Albertans have a disability. So 20% of our population, it's quite high. Yeah. And the need for programs and services for people with disabilities is growing every year. So it's not something that we're seeing a decline in over time. It's actually the opposite. And like we talked about, this could be any type of disability, from a genetic condition to one that's acquired through aging. So the truth is that almost all of us will experience a disability or know someone personally who will experience a disability in their lifetime. And unfortunately, when there is an othering or a sense of exclusion that can occur when we think about the disability community, And they're the only marginalized group that any one of us can become a part of at any point in time, regardless of age, race, or gender. So when we talk about rights and opportunities and inclusion for people with disabilities, we're really talking about rights, opportunities, and inclusion for us all.
Super. Now, I understand you have a capital campaign to support the
Yes.
construction of a new facility. Can you talk a little bit and
Yes.
explain what that's all about, Kelly?
Sure. Vecova is embarking on a really exciting project to replace our facility. And we're doing that for two reasons. First, as you can imagine, operating for over 50 years, the way we deliver services and our understanding of what is important to people with disabilities has grown and evolved over time, along with the changing needs of people with disabilities, the people that we serve. So what was once a historic groundbreaking facility in 1970 is no longer capable of meeting the needs of the community. And our current space really doesn't reflect our commitment in the way that we would like it to. And secondly, our building is aging and it's really at the end of its lifespan. It requires a major capital investment to bring it up to today's standards and just keep the doors open. So we decided that it made more sense to really take that same investment and create something that was going to elevate the importance of inclusion and really better serve that community in Calgary. So over the past few years, we've been working with engineers and architects locally that help us to conceptualize a state-of-the-art facility that is going to include aquatic health and fitness and disability programming in it. So it's very, very exciting.
What do you expect in terms of the timeline for this new facility?
Well, as soon as possible is my hope. We are working and having conversations with all three levels of government to gain support right now, and are planning to launch a capital campaign shortly thereafter. So once we have gotten our funding in place, the construction timeframe would be around 3 to 4 years. So it could be fairly soon off the ground if we're, fingers crossed, if we're fortunate and all the stars align. So hopefully that's the case.
And do you have a site picked out?
It's actually going to be built on the current site that it's in now, and so we are located adjacent to the University of Calgary in University Innovation Quarter, and so we will remain there with our new facility.
Okay, super. What do you think the impact will be to have a new facility out there, and the impact that will have on sort of the clients you serve?
I think it's really going to bolster inclusive health and recreation opportunities for everyone in the community, including the disability sector. And you know, it's really going to increase our capacity to be able to deliver the programming to meet those needs. There are wait lists of people in our province right now who can't access the disability services that they need so desperately. And we want to be able to position ourselves to help meet that demand and increase our capacity at Vecova. And so I think that would be the biggest and most impactful benefit. And I think it would the new building would be a testament to the community's commitment to address the needs of persons with disabilities and really create an inclusive and accessible community hub where everyone feels welcome.
All right. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Kelly. What's your background prior to joining Vecova?
Yeah, well, I hail from Regina, Saskatchewan,
Oh,
and and I was there, and I was raised there, and have spent most of my career in Regina. So I've been in the nonprofit sector for about 20 years and in executive positions for about close to 15 years now. In different nonprofit organizations. But most recently, I was the CEO of Habitat for Humanity Regina for the past 7 years. And it was a really exciting and challenging time. We were launching a new project there, which was the second largest habitat development in Canada. Wow. And we grew that organization to be one of the highest performing affiliates in Canada. So it was really exciting work. And then we looked to increase our impact in the province by joining forces with 2 other affiliates that were in the province. So we actually went through an amalgamation process that we led successfully. And once that amalgamation happened, I just found that I was ready for a change and ready to look at new horizons. And Vecova appeared fortuitously, and it was a really good fit for me in a lot of ways, not only in terms of the experience from the nonprofits I'd worked at before, but in terms of growing that capacity in an organization and having a really bold vision and working towards that. So those things all really appealed to me, and the values that Vecova has in terms of offering supports to people who just need a little bit of a hand up to really thrive in the community appealed to me as well. So my family and I made the investment and made the trek to Calgary last year. So it's been a year now that we've been here, and it's been fantastic.
What's the most rewarding part of the job for you and working with Vecova?
Oh, that's a tough question. I've been doing over the past year, going to our different locations where we provide services in the community. And it's really been seeing the passion with which our employees deliver our programs. They're very compassionate, experienced, warm and friendly individuals. And I just love seeing how they genuinely care for the people that we serve and work to meet people where they're at as a starting point, and then go from there and develop based on their individual needs. So I think that is, that just gets me every time.
Well, it just takes special, having had a lot of experience in this area as well. I'm amazed at the people that the passion and the commitment that they show and in what they do. So I applaud you guys for doing what you do.
Thank you so much.
All right. Is there anything else, Kelly, that you want to mention that I didn't ask you about?
I was just going to mention, if people want more information about Vecova or our new facility project, or to donate and support Vecova, please visit our website at vecova.ca.
All right, super. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks so much. It's been a pleasure.
All right, that was Kelly Holmes-Binns, who is CEO of Vecova in Calgary. I'm Mario Toneguzzi with Business Spotlight. Thanks for joining us today.